La 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 la, la 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 la. White dove in the desert is Santa del Bar. White dove in the desert is where our hearts lie. White dove in the desert is Santa del Bar. White dove in the desert is where our hearts lock, and there is dancing in the sky with the beautiful dove flying by and by with a whole lot of love. And there is dancing in the sky with the beautiful dove flying by and by with a whole lot of love. White dove in the desert is where we call home. White dove in the desert is where we're never alone. White dove in the desert is where we call home. White dove in the desert is where we're never alone. And there is dancing in the sky with the beautiful dove flying by and by with a whole lot of love. And there is dancing in the sky with the beautiful dove flying by and by with a whole lot of love.
Hello, welcome National Heritage Fellowship winners and friends. I'm Nicole Saylor. I'm director of the American Folklife Center here at the Library of Congress. We're so glad to have you. So on behalf of Acting Librarian of Congress Robert Newland and the Library of Congress leadership, I welcome you to this special event. The National Heritage Fellowships are the nation's highest honor in the traditional arts. The wonderful performance you just saw was from Carmen Baron of Tucson, Arizona, who is one of this year's fellows. Baron, yeah, right? For more clapping, Baron was accompanied by Gertie Lopez on accordion and Chloe Lopez on guitar. Let's give them another round of applause. All right, all three are members of the Tohono O'odham Nation. The song you heard them perform is called GC White Dove. It was composed by Gertie Lopez especially for this ceremony. So, as we just witnessed, the 2025 Fellows are an outstanding group who truly embody America's creative spirit. These traditional artists come from all over the United States, representing many communities and cultural traditions. We are delighted to host this celebration at the Library of Congress, which is one of the world's most celebrated cultural institutions, and we are especially proud of this collaboration with the National Endowment for the Arts. We are especially proud because the American Folklife Center is the nation's center for folklife documentation and research. We create public programs, we steward archival collections, and I'm happy to say we are the proud archival home of many collections documenting National Heritage Fellows. I think we have more than 450 fellows documented, so someday people will come and research you all here. Our archives also holds the administrative documentation about fellows that was created by NEA from about 1981 to 1997. We also have the Bess Lomax Haas collection. She was the first administrator of the fellowship at NEA. National Heritage Fellows have been featured in about 100 concerts, lectures, interviews, and other public programs organized by the American Folklife Center staff. We've assembled these collections into an online guide. For those of you in the audience, you can check out a QR code in the display cases up in the foyer. You'll also be able to see a small exhibit of collection materials documenting fellows. All right, so now it is my pleasure to welcome Tony Chabot to the stage. He is the Deputy Chairman for Programs and Partnerships at the NEA. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole, and a big thanks to Carmen also for starting the evening with folklorico dance in her really magnificent handmade dress. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome. On behalf of the National Endowment for the Arts and our senior advisor, Mary Ann Carter, we're so happy to be here at the magnificent Library of Congress to present the 2025 National Heritage Fellowships, the nation's highest honor in the folk and traditional arts. We want to thank our friends here at the library, and especially those at the American Folklife Center, as well as our partners at the National Council for the Traditional Arts, and in particular, Madeline Ramez and Becky Hill for making this a reality. I also want to recognize my wonderful National Endowment for the Arts colleagues for their hard work leading up to tonight, especially Erin Whaler, Jenny Turman, Allison Hill, Christine Gant, and Liz Auclair. And thank you too to our American Sign Language interpreters today, Miyako Villanueva and Mark Miles Murray. Today is Constitution Day, when we mark the signing of the U.S. Constitution in 1787. As our nation prepares for its 250th birthday this coming year, it's a good reminder that our shared freedoms and our shared traditions are both passed from one generation to another. With the 250th anniversary of the United States, we are called to reflect not only on the historic milestones, but also on the everyday traditions that shape who we are. The artists we celebrate today help carry forward those important traditions. Their work, from Lakota painted buffalo robes to traditional Japanese bon odori dance to Haitian drumming, reflect how cultures in the United States continue to merge, endure, and evolve. The presence of many cultures and the care given to preserving them is not just a footnote in our national story, it is at the very heart of it. Sharing and safeguarding traditions in part is what gives America its beauty and strength. Tonight we celebrate these remarkable individuals, not just for their artistry, but for their communities they serve, the young people they mentor, and the traditions they carry forward with care and pride. Whether through bold movement of the folklorico dance, the functional beauty of an intricately designed spur, the lively rhythm of a Creole fiddle, or the soulful harmonies of a Ukrainian folk song, the work of this evening's honorees demonstrates that heritage is a living thing. To our 2025 fellows, Thank you for demonstrating what it means to honor the past while keeping it alive for tomorrow. At this time, I'd like to invite Erin Whaler from the Arts Endowment to join me on stage for the presentation of the medals. Okay, just making sure. First, we would like to invite Carmen Baron to the stage. Carmen? From Tucson, Arizona, a ballet folklorico costume maker and dancer whose intricate designs and sweeping skirts honor traditions across Mexico. A leader in her community, sharing her knowledge through her own dance group, Danza Cultura Mexicana. A multifaceted artist who embodies the vibrant colors of her costumes and bold routines of Mexican folk dances. In recognition of her talent and preservation of the ballet folklorico tradition, the National Endowment for the Arts honors Carmen Baron.
Good evening. First, I want to thank God for all, for our life, for our talents, for our families and friends, and especially the gifts He has given me, sewing, dancing, and creating costumes with all my heart. It is a great honor, and I'm so grateful to be recognized by the National Endowment for the Arts to receive the NEA National Heritage Fellowship. This is a Lifetime Achievement Award, and it is the nation's highest honor in the folk and traditional arts. This award gives me the opportunity to continue passing my culture and tradition with love and dedication to future generations. Through my investigation of traditional customs, I discovered influences from many countries that I had never would have suspected. I want to acknowledge my mother, who taught me the basics of sewing, to my grandmother and great-grandmothers for passing on this beautiful passion for sewing, and I want to give credit to teachers who taught me the traditional dances of Mexico. The late Ángel Hernández, Francisco Sáenz. Thank you, Asociación Nacional de Grupos Folclóricos, Delegación Sonora, and Asociación de Coreógrafos Folcloristas de Mexico, for the opportunity to be part of your organizations, and to El Rio Neighborhood Center of Tucson, Arizona, for providing me with a space free of charge so I can continue with my volunteer hours of teaching dance and sewing. I also would like to give thanks to my husband, Paul Baron, for nominating me and for painting the beautiful doves in my dress. And to all who wrote the letters of support, Dr. Maribel Alvarez, Dr. Luis Coronado, Ms. Arlene Islas, Mr. Roberto Flores, Mr. Joel Saldaña, Ms. Valerie Chamor, Mr. David Collins, and Silvia Lopez. I would like to thank my sons, John and Dane, my sister Maria, for helping me with all the folklorical matters, my students, Victoria Lopez, Clio and Alondra Coronado, friends and families who are present here tonight. Thank you to Chloe Lopez and Gertie Lopez for composing and playing this beautiful song for me. Gertie is recognized by the Southwest Folk Alliance as a Tohono O'odham Master Waila musician. And I am honored and humble to stand with you all tonight. Congratulations. And viva to the National Endowment for the Arts for the wonderful job of helping us to keep our tradition and culture alive. Thank you so much.
We next welcome Adrienne Reiko Iwanaga. From Saratoga, California, a dancer and choreographer whose love of classical Japanese dance was born amid World War II under the difficult conditions of her family's incarceration. A notorious dance master who had a vision for sharing Odori with people of all ages and cultures. A lauded leader honoring her culture while keeping its modern practice approachable and fun for every demographic. In recognition of her dedication to the Japanese American community, through her cultural practice, the National Endowment for the Arts honors Adrienne Reiko Iwanaga.
Thank you very much to the NEA and to the support of NCTA and the Folk Life Center for this incredible honor. It's an exciting acknowledgement that a traditional art form that traveled from Japan almost 100 years ago is now considered a part of the American experience. Obon dances are dances of joy as we dance in gratitude to all that our late loved ones have given us. The inspiration for me started with the privilege of honoring my late father-in-law, Reverend Yoshio Iwanaga, who presented the first Obon dance in 1931 in San Francisco. My own journey, as you heard, began in 1942 at the age of 4, when we were put into an incarceration camp in Colorado. My mother was skilled in classical Japanese dance, and so she had me take lessons in camp. Now I am here, thanks to the unconditional support of my family, my late husband, Dr. Gordon Mutsumi Iwanaga, my devoted children, Maya, Ryan, Courtney, and Ashley, who transport me, dress me, and do everything, try to keep me healthy, and my entire family, who have always been there and are here tonight, and then my adored grandchildren, all here also, Keats, Bodie, Taj, Jay, Monroe, Kai, and Reza. I just wanted to mention them. Oh no. I'm so grateful to the many whose efforts brought this recognition to fruition. My cousin, Dr. Lorraine Sakata, dear and important friends and community members, Buddhist leaders, and American Bon Consortium cohorts. I share this honor with every Obon dance teacher, large and small, who dance and teach in Obon dances all throughout the United States, whether they're large or small, and we are leaving a wonderful legacy. Lastly, my journey started while incarcerated based on a decision made here in the Capitol. Now to be recognized here in Washington, D.C., at the Library of Congress is truly a full circle moment. Thank you very much for this incredible honor.
Next, we welcome Ernie Marsh. From Lovell, Wyoming, a bit and spur maker whose passion for cowboy culture was born out of bull riding on the rodeo circuit and ranching. A master craftsman with a talent for balancing beauty and function through intricate silversmithing. A student of past National Heritage Fellow Elmer Miller, who carries on his legacy of mentorship and education. In recognition for his contributions to cowboy arts and the spirit of the American West, the National Endowment for the Arts honors Ernie Marsh.
I'm here from Bighorn County, Wyoming, and I'm deeply honored to be here with all of you tonight. I'm very humbled to be included with among my very talented fellow recipients here. First, I would like to acknowledge my beautiful wife, Teresa, for sharing her life with me 42 years ago. And I owe thanks to Josh Chrysler and the Wyoming Arts Council for their efforts in my nomination, as well as the NEA. My mentor, the late Elmer Miller, was a recipient of this award in 1993. So that makes it extra special for me to be here now. In 1998, I was fortunate to be included as a founding member of the Traditional Cowboy Arts Association, joining with a core group of master craftsmen that included 2 additional Heritage Award winners, the late Don King and my friend Dale Harwood. My association with the Traditional Cowboy Arts Association, its members, and the obligation that came with it provided the inspiration that shaped the body of my work. And through our workshops, scholarships, and fellowship programs, we help to provide inspiration, encouragement, and education to the next generation of cowboy craftsmen. Thank you.
Unfortunately, our next fellow, Edward Poullard, is unable to be with us tonight. I would like to invite Ed's daughter, Kristen Tebow, and son-in-law, William Tebow, to the stage to accept this award on his behalf. From Beaumont, Texas, a third-generation Creole musician whose childhood was filled with music, including guitar, drums, and the accordion. A builder of Cajun-style accordions in high demand among players across the nation. A fiddler who came to the instrument later in life, but still plays with extraordinary skill and flair. In recognition of his lifelong dedication to Creole music, the National Endowment for the Arts honors Edward Poullard.
Good evening. I'm Kristen, Ed Poulard's daughter, and this is my husband, William. He wrote a few special words, and it reads, "Hello to all. First, I want to thank Madeline Ramez, Becky Hill, and all the staff at the NEA for making this possible in my absence. This past year has been a challenging one for me physically, and I truly wish I could be there in person. Knowing that such capable people stepped up on my behalf means more than I can say. I also want to thank Pat Jasper for nominating me for this honor. Though she couldn't be here tonight due to commitments in Europe, her support has been invaluable. A special thank you goes to my daughter and son-in-law for taking time from their busy lives to accept this award for me, and to Cedric Watson for playing in my absence. It means so much. Finally, I want to congratulate all the 2025 NEA Fellows. Your hard work and dedication to passing on our traditions inspire me, and I'm proud to be among you. With gratitude, Ed Poullard.
Mes haricots sont pas salés, bébé. Mes haricots sont pas salés, catin. Moi, je vois quoi, moi, je fais tout seul. Moi, j'ai plus d'argent sans toi. Oh, 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 oh. How's everybody feeling, y'all? That's good. Mes haricots sont pas salés, bébé. Mes haricots sont pas salés, catin. N'avez hipitaille au mon nègre. Car volé mon train au mon nègre. Oh, 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 oh. Mes haricots sont pas salés, bébé. Mes haricots sont pas salés, catin. Tu m'as quitté tout seul, catin. Mes haricots sont pas salés, mon nègre. Oh, 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 oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That was Cedric Watson from Lafayette, Louisiana. And we want to thank him for joining us here tonight to honor Edward Poullard. When we asked Mr. Poullard who he would want to perform to represent the Creole music tradition, Cedric Watson was his first choice, and I can certainly see why. Thank you again, Cedric. Next, we invite Peniel Guerrier to the stage. From Astoria, New York, a master voodoo dancer and drummer whose talents were nurtured in the small town of St. Mark, Haiti. A passionate performer with worldwide touring experience and a natural gift for connecting with audiences. a dedicated educator who uses dance and drumming to share Haitian culture and history with students across New York. In recognition of his work as an artist and mentor sharing Haitian culture, the National Endowment for the Arts honors Peniel Guerrier.
À l'assaut. À l'assaut. À l'assaut. Words cannot express how thankful I am to receive this award. This one is a symbol of love, peace we need for the whole world. The same love we have, we use to each other. And Haiti, it's about action, how we work together, how we help each other. The action, I have something for you. Give me 1 second. This is part of my work. Excuse me. I want you to read it for me, please.
It states, on behalf of Peniel Guerrier, presented to NEA, whose belief and support has helped to preserve the culture, September 17th, 2025.
Because life, that's how it is. In Haiti, we share time. It's about the same love. I want to say special thank you to Amanda Milea. She's in the back. She's a dancer. And my little girl, Ayani. My daughter, Chiniel. Guys. And Ninaj Rao, probably she's here too. Eileen Cordon, she's here too. Hello. And then the dancers, Tine, Kelly in the back. You're gonna see them soon, okay? And then the drummers, so soon you're gonna see them too. I know some people that are watching at home. I wanna say thank you to you. Thank you to everyone here. Because I couldn't have done by myself without you, your contribution, your time, your sacrifice. I always use like 3 words: power, respect, and time. Power, it's about part of like knowledge we have. Respect, not just like the principle, it's part of like the preservation. What you do, guys, who we are, why we're here for, how we're gonna pass it on to the next generation. And time. Time, it's short. Take every second, think about it, why we're here for. There's a reason to do something. Power, respect, and time. I want to say thank you again from the bottom of my heart to everyone. Alaso, alaso, alaso.
Next, we honor Steve Tamayo. From Omaha, Nebraska, a traditional Lakota artist and educator who's reclaiming and preserving culture, a maker of buffalo robes that tell the stories of Lakota peoples, past and present. This year's Best Lomax Haas Award recipient, a cultural specialist visiting schools across Nebraska to share knowledge of art, regalia making, drumming, and powwow dancing to inspire understanding and appreciation. In recognition of his artistic excellence and contributions to Native American cultural preservation, the National Endowment for the Arts honors Steve Tamayo.
Sa metaki pe patikile me chante ta wogla ke hana pe chiuzaplo. First and foremost, whenever I am honored in such a manner, I incorporate I incorporate the language that was against the law to speak for well over 100 plus years. And so understanding that, I grew up not understanding who I am. I had to go out, I had to research. I had to go find this cultural knowledge because it was stolen from my mom. And so throughout my travels, I've been able to help my babies understand who they are. And so to my Czech boss, to my twins, to all my beautiful kids, I can't thank you enough for allowing me to have that time to go and learn and seek who I truly am. And to all of my Takojas that are here and who are not able to be here, I can't tell you how much you mean to me. And to my beautiful wife, I can't say thank you enough for allowing me not to ever be at home. Because my travels take me all over the world today. And to all my Honka relatives in the audience and from afar, I can't say thank you enough for always being there. When I was called and when I was notified about this award, I was actually blown away. Because if you know me, I can talk for hours. And so when I got the call from the National Endowment of the Arts, I was totally floored because I just got home from Sweden. And understanding once again who I am, my travels have taken me all over. But the recognition truly goes out to all of my teachers, all of the cultural bearers who understood the importance of their existence. And so from long ago, from Cleo Frazier to Howard Wolf, to Lake Albert White Hat Sr., to Sandra Blackrow, to Dwayne Hollow Hornbear, to Francis Cutt, Ione Quigley, and all of my faculty, colleagues at St. Iglesias University, I wouldn't be here today without them. 20 years ago, there were some crazy people from the Smithsonian who made their ways to the Rosebud Reservation and found me just hanging out my front yard, tanning buffalo hides. And that relationship still continues today. And so understanding the importance of that, understanding the importance of the symbology, numerology, color concepts of the indigenous people of this land has taken me all over the world. And because I learned how to paint and decorate and adorn buffalo robes for some really cool cats like Willie Nelson and Neil Young, it's taken me down many, many roads. And so once again, this is an honor to be here, to be acknowledged. Because everybody in this room, everybody has what we call a situ. Your situ is your gift. What is your talent? And so when I look at the two front rows here, it's amazing to be in your presence. It's an honor. And to everybody here, and once again, on behalf of me as an indigenous person of today, of the Lakota Nation, I want to say Pilami Apalo. Naha Echela Toksha Ake Wachiam Kekte. Thank you very much.
Next, we honor the Ukrainian Bandurist Chorus of North America. I'd like to invite Artistic Director Ola Muckley, UBC President Andrew Kaldashevsky, and Concertmaster Nick Dashakiski, representing the Ukrainian Bandurist Chorus of North America, to the stage. Based in Detroit, Michigan, a men's choral and bandura assemble that bridges together the Great Lakes diasporic community from across generations. A touring group that has traveled internationally to share the sounds of the lute harp hybrid known as the bandera, or bandura, I should say. A collection of singers and musicians that give voice to Ukrainians across the world through a music as resilient as their people. In recognition of their legacy of sharing the bandura and Ukrainian folk music, the National Endowment for the Arts honors the Ukrainian Bandurist Chorus of North America.
It is an honor to accept this award with the other distinguished honorees this evening, representing the rich tapestry of cultures and traditions that add to the depth and richness of this country. We want to start off by thanking our wives, sons, daughters, families, and supporters. It would not be possible for us to continue the mission of the ensemble for more than 100 years. A deep debt of gratitude and many hugs to Micah Ling and Irina Voloshina for nominating us for this NEA National Heritage Fellowship. Дякую. During our 107-year history, our musicians have tried to fulfill the mission of our predecessors by incorporating a centuries-old tradition of a minstrel, singing songs of truth to the people, and morphing that into a cohesive ensemble with multiple musicians. The multi-string bandura, a uniquely Ukrainian instrument and the core of our ensemble, has helped give voice to the Ukrainian soul, especially during times of persecution, terror, and war. We take that responsibility with humility, but with conviction, knowing the sacrifices made by so many.
While our ensemble's history has many moments of triumph and success, we know that many of our musicians faced oppression, censorship, and persecution as they resisted these forces in order to preserve this cultural gem. Some were murdered for the simple act of playing the bandura and singing in our national language, as we will for you later on this evening. Against this darkness, our persistent voice and resonating strings are a light through that darkness. That light will never be extinguished.
And tonight we dedicate this award to the memory of Petrokitasti, who passed away last Friday. He was the last surviving member of our ensemble who came to this country in 1949. Let his memory be eternal. Thank you very much. Slava Ukraini!
Before our final performance, I'd like to invite everyone here in the auditorium to join us immediately following this ceremony for a reception upstairs in the Great Hall of the Library of Congress. The fellows will join you there separately following a few group photos here on the stage, and we'll reserve the reception for taking family photos. I want to thank everyone here and to those joining us online for tonight's celebration of talent, tradition, and culture. And thank you to our fellows for sharing your arts and artistic skill, not only with us here tonight, but with your communities and mentees, so that these beautiful traditions can live on for generations. And now please welcome back to the stage 2025 NEA National Heritage Fellow, Peniel Guerrier.
Dansi le
I don't think we've ever quite had a finale like that. But again, congratulations to all of our honorees tonight. You honor us by allowing us to honor you. So thank you so much. We will retire now to the Great Hall of the Library of Congress for part 2 of the evening.